Hello, Leroy.
How's it going?
Very well, thank you. You finally found a way to do what you felt was your aspiration since when you were a child.
Yeah.
By creating a startup,
yeah.
and probably with the foundations that you created with your previous company, which was also a startup
yeah.
at some point.
So everything I've learned in the past has taught me two things. It's taught me lots of skills that I now have, and it's also taught me that I need to learn loads more skills, which is why I kind of read so much and speak to people so much and do as much as I can.
So you think from the point of view of meaning, all this, what you're doing now, is giving you meaning, is like the reason to live. So it might look like that your meaning in life is about creating value. But you told me that actually it's not, because you want to go beyond that, beyond capitalism. And so now you're doing it with Pigee. How do you pronounce it? Pigee?
Yeah, Pigee.
Yeah, Pigee. Yeah. So is Pigee the current meaningful project, so to speak?
Yeah, most definitely. I've invested lots of money and time this last year, and endless waking, thinking hours about it, and research and everything else. I really put everything onto it. Yeah, so definitely, any startup, any business should be a problem solver, and the more things it can solve, the better. So initially, it solved my first world problem, which is I go on holiday somewhere, and I love negotiating with people in street markets to try and get cheaper prices down. It's like a sport for me. Something I learned from my mother. But then I can't buy all the things I want because I think, how am I going to get this stuff home? So I was in Zanzibar on one weekend away from a work trip last year, or year before last now, and I thought, well, there's got to be a way to fix this problem. I have it all the time. There's got to be a way to fix it. And then I thought about it, figured out the solution for it, and then I figured out that not only does that mean that me and my first world self can get stuff home, that those small shops, small businesses who will only normally see me once and sell me something once, and it's very unlikely that they'll ever see me again, now they can keep selling things to me via the app when I'm at home. And so hence they can make 10 times as much more money. They can they can be in contact with all of their historical customers now, make much more income. So that was what I thought, great, this is a real way. I mean, I spent a lot of time in Kenya because we have a business out there, and I'm always going to like Maasai warrior markets, and of course, Maasai people are not really big on capitalism either. They like to just farm cows and do what they're doing. But the ones who come out of their bits of land into the cities to sell things, they don't make much money. And I know that it would make a massive improvement. And I'm not really, I'm on the board of a charity now in London, but I'm not a massively convinced person into charity. But for me, the best kind of charity is allowing people to make a future for themselves, really. And I think that's what Pigee really enables for people. So it was solving problems that are not just money related. It was solving problems which are lifestyle related, and things that are fighting poverty, things that are improving people's existence, really. And I think that's where, so when I used to think about creating an industry and creating lots of jobs, that's what I was thinking of it for. Whereas this might not create thousands of employees directly, but indirectly, it will hopefully improve the income of millions or thousands of people going around. So that definitely does motivate me.
Yeah. So yeah, there are these two components. One is improving people's lives, which is completely selfless. Well, not that the other is selfish, but I mean, it's completely like out. And the other, more for yourself, is the act of creation.
Yeah.
All the startups here and there doing things, inventing new ways, not much for making, not much for creating a unicorn, as much as for creating.
Yeah, I think it is going to be a unicorn, but yeah, I guess I'm a creative person anyway, and I'm a competitive person, so I like to do really difficult things. Whether it will be, I'm not from somebody who's done a lot of running, but I just started long distance running. I was doing 10 kilometers every day from somebody who couldn't run 200 meters as my adulthood. So anything that's really difficult, that challenges me, I like to do. And that's, maybe there's other things that could be the same way, but startups are like, you can read all these books which are increasing this roadmap for you, which weren't even there. I didn't think they were there 10, 15 years ago, but there's lots of roadmap guidance you can get from reading lots of books and speaking to people now. But still, there's so much grey area, and I love that grey area. I love the fact that there's bits that no one's quite discovered yet. That's unique to your personal experience and journey and challenge. That really gets my juices going. What
next? So you say in this life where there is no capital, or where capitalism is not relevant or important, it is about helping people or enjoying being on the beach in a hut.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a real Star Trek person. When I think of the future, I imagine Star Trek. I imagine like a post-capitalist, super technological, advanced state where our health is extended and we're all much smarter and we're all discovering things around the universe. That's how I foresee the future. And so everything in between is me figuring out what little bit I can do to help us get in that way of like higher human living, rather than going around this kind of wheel of limited capitalism. I want us to advance in that sort of direction.
Yeah. Well, so I think that this is your calling, or the reason for which you do all you do. Well, thank you very much.